Romulan Bird-Of-Prey. This is the AMT Romulan Bird-Of-Prey that I've been working on for the past 8 months, much to Lloyd's chagrin, let's say. I think he's going to be pleased with the final result. See here is a ship. See bird detail on the other side. Thanks to JC Graphics for the 3 sets of crane detail. Engines nozzles are made from aluminum tubing. There are 10 LEDs altogether in this ship. A couple back here to light up, face forward to light up all the windows and the sensor ports, which are green. There's a red LED in the photon plasma torpedo emitter in the center. Oh, there's 2 LEDs in each of the 2 LEDs, LED here and an LED in the front and back on each nacelle. There's an LED, 2 LEDs actually in the hangar bay. As you can see here, the hangar bay. I've made a battery pack in here. There's 4 watch style batteries inside. 6 volts DC power to power everything up. And I thought, well, since I got a hangar over here, I might as well go ahead and build out the hangar on this side, which I did. And of course, doing that, I needed to have a shuttle to go inside. Actually, it's a fighter. We call this the Talon. You can see, this is the in-flight mode version. When I got done making the in-flight mode version, I ended up not making the wings flexible, because they would just tend to break off. The wires are so fragile. So I made a spot in the stand for it here. There's also a hole in the rear. And you'll see this in some of the photos I've taken. You can insert this wire into this, so it gives you the illusion that the Talon is launched and is about ready to take flight out of the hangar. I'm going to turn the lights on. You can see there's a switch in the inside of the bay here. Center plasma emitter LED in the engine LEDs are tied into this separate circuit, so they can be turned on and off. And turn on the battery pack. It operates either on battery or by the battery pack. So in this instance, I've just turned on the lights for the ports in the windows, and you can see those here. I don't know how this is going to look on video. Oh, it lights up pretty good. You can see the spotlights in this whole day light up. The windows on top light up as well as on the front. You can see here the plasma emitter is only dimly lit. There's a couple of clip tubes running out to the center white LED in the center of the ship, and these kind of provide a small amount of illumination to the outer 2 of the 3. The 2 smaller components of the photon or the plasma emitter light up just barely with the LED, the light tubes carrying the light from the center. But the real better effect is when you push this button in the rear of the shuttle bay here, and it lights up the nacelles, and the plasma emitter really lights up, as you can see there. And I'm quite happy with how these turned out, the engines. I went ahead and inserted, made a round piece and drilled some holes and made kind of a grill to go over the red acrylic rod I used to make the rear of the impulse engines for the nacelles. So these are supposed to be impulse engines to power it at sublight speed. Now this thing has batteries in it, as I said, so I can take this loose from the stand. If I wanted to hang this from fishing line, which I'm going to do with my space backdrop later, I can hang it up with fishing line and power it out batteries by pushing this cover to the left here. and then that lights it up without the stand. So no stand necessary to light up. And then I can turn it off by pushing it over here to the right. And then I put it back on the stand. Of course it lights up again because I haven't turned the switch off in the battery box. So. And of course every ship needs, since I have 2 shuttle bays actually, this is an aluminum, this neck tends to bend a little easily, but I've got the second shuttle I made, and this one is designed to with the wings folded, so this will actually go in the shuttle bay, and has a couple of pins on the underside, and these match up to a couple of rare earth magnets in the shuttle bay. So this drops in here, and you can turn this thing upside down and that ship won't fall out at all. See, it's still in place. So there it is with the little shuttle inside the hangar bay. And let's see, oh, I put a mirror on the base so you can actually see the underside of the ship here. Let's see if you can see that from this angle. Probably not. If I tilt the base up, you can kind of see it. And I thought you liked that fill-in, Tom. So you asked about the stand in one of your posts, so hopefully you got to see that in the image. I can't really see what I'm filming while I'm doing this. Again, the neck this neck of this stand kind of likes to bend a little bit, so I try to keep it as level as I can for level flight. And I went to a I don't know if you can see it, probably won't be able to see it on the video, but I went to a trophy shop and I had to make up a stand. And I guess this name, there's a Wikipedia on this particular ship from the episode Balance of Terror, and it describes it as being the CHR, whatever that means. I think it's, I guess, the Romulan version of USS or HMS Gal Gathong, G-A-L, and then capital G-A-T-H apostrophe T-H-O-N-G. That's the actual ship's name, I guess, from that episode, according to one of the Star Trek game boards, I guess, gave it a name. So I just went ahead and thought that sounded like a pretty cool name, so I would name it that. So that's what I had put on the sign here that goes on the base. So Romulan Bird-Of-Prey, CHR Gal Gathong, and apparently that's a mountain range on Romulus. Quite spectacular mountain range, I guess, in that regard. So this is the Romulan Bird-Of-Prey from Balance of Terror. Almost 8 months since it started on in February in the making, and I hope you like this video. Live long and prosper.